Hey, welcome back. From Steel to Wood, I'm Joe. Today's project, another project, is to make a bucking station. You've seen in the previous video, I had a good bunch of wood in length of 8 to 10, 12 feet. And I don't like to bend over to cut those logs, and then this is mostly where I get tired of doing so. So I want to make a nice bucking station, so where I could buck the logs and yet avoid, if ever possible, to bend over to pick the logs and put that in the splitter. So it's likely it is going to be a movable, portable, let's say, bucking station on wheels. So I had something in mind to do so. I'll show you that. Here it is. This is the manure spreader, one of my friends given to me. Let's say it has seen the best of its days. It's all rusted. There are so many components that no longer work. But if you remember when I brought this machine on the property, the goal was to get some mechanical parts, wheels, axle, frame. There's at least half of the weight of that machine that is going to be sent to scrap, but the remaining part is it's money in the bank. So this is it. I just hold it inside. There's still some tines here, but there's riveted tines. I just don't know what I can get out of it. Might be the angle iron will be good. Axle, we see, whoops, welds, not good. So you see, the rust made it damaged. So there's sprockets. I'll try to reuse or salvage actually. See holes. That's a vintage wheel while it's holding its air, which is good. Something of interest is that chain I'll reuse. There's actually a few good components in there. Sprockets, chains, and bearings. Well, actually this is bushings rather than bearing. Gearbox here, drive shaft, universal joint. So that's a much lower wheel. So from inside you can see the bottom is gone. And the frame actually is quite in good shape. It goes up to this point here, and I just don't know how the wheels are still standing. Okay, so this is the project today, is to dismantle as much as possible of this machine. So for the next few hours, there's no need to see me dismantling that. So see you in a few seconds for you. Stick around. Well, time flies. I've kind of made half of the project off camera. You know, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing myself. So there's no point putting in camera me messing around with trying to figure something. Now I got to the point where I assemble back the trailer. You've seen me previously welding the axle. So I kind of prolongated the previous frame, put a tongue, put back in good condition the jack stand, and now what I'm doing is a simple, let's say, table support frame. On top of it, it's not welded on top of it, it's just assembled on top of it. It's going to be like clamped or bolted together, so I can remove that gray top frame from the bottom trailer. And this frame could also fit in my other trailer, the 4x8 trailers. Now, what about the convert pipe? What about everything else? Those beams for racks were given to me, so I'm getting good use of that, as the steel is getting quite pricey at this point. I'm going to let you know my plan now that I do have a plan and not just messing around with welding 2-3 pieces together, and you know what I mean. So this is the table itself. Here is going to be the platform I'm going to walk on, and here is the base of what will be the beams that will support the logs, and about here is going to be where I have those holders. So now you're updated on the project. Well, I owe you a big update. So I mostly completed the project. Why I did that off camera? It's because it's very long editing and I have very limited time following so I'd rather show you the features. You might be looking at the mechanism, the principles, and voila. Okay, to begin with, I put a new tongue so I can hold it with the side-by-side, the tractor, the bowline. Okay, I'm going to take you along with me. Okay, we get a better view what it looks like. So we have the ramps on this side and the cutting station on the other side. Ramps. So I'm not going to fall down. And by the way, during the whole project, I had to be very careful. Okay, I cannot be any taller. The difference is when I have my welding helmet, you never know. So those are the ramps. Adjustable, by the way, or actually on this side, there's an adjusting hole to increase or lower the angle. It's now maybe 5 degrees maximum. Oh yes, I need to make stoppers there. And this is all the pieces, culvert pipes, cut in half. Okay, from here I should reach the logs, hold the logs. I have to put some stoppers. I thought it was finished with that machine, but I'm still missing the stoppers. And I hold them here. As far as the left and right alignment, I need to make sure that the log is going to extend maybe 1.5 inches, one side and the other side. Should be plenty accurate for the purpose. And I have this ramp just in case. I can go and cut the logs in between. So nice away and release it. And do it with the weight of the log. That was a bit shaky, but it works. So here is the mechanism here with a pulley, and the weight is our rail ties a plate. Anyways, Dave knows what is the name. A small spring because of to absorb the shock. So another point of view here. I'm going to lift the mechanism, and then you can see the pivot point is changing as this changes. So you can see at this point I don't want to pull that much, so this is where the pivot point is getting let's see, it's not pulling hard, let's say so. So here's the bushing with a greasing zerk, a welded bushing, and on the other side it's bolted. Just make sure that I can make some maintenance. So standing away, I can use my foot and release the logs.